Law 10. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky is a cautionary principle that underscores the importance of carefully choosing the people you surround yourself with. In the pursuit of power, it's critical to recognize that emotions, energy, and fortune are contagious. This law emphasizes that the people you associate with can deeply affect your own success and well-being. Whether it's their bad luck, negative energy, or persistent misfortunes, unhappy and unlucky people can drag you down into their vortex of failure and despair. This law is about protecting your own fortunes and mindset by distancing yourself from those whose negativity or poor circumstances could infect your path toward success. Human beings are highly social creatures, and we are affected by those we spend time with more than we often realize. Attitudes, emotions, and behaviors can spread like a virus, influencing how we perceive the world and how we approach challenges. Surrounding yourself with people who are constantly complaining, negative, or plagued by bad luck can subtly erode your own sense of optimism and ambition. The mind is malleable, and over time, you may begin to adopt the same pessimistic mindset, believing that success is out of reach or that external forces are always working against you. This law is not simply about avoiding individuals with a string of bad luck, but about recognizing those whose worldview is steeped in negativity and defeatism. These are the people who seem to have a dark cloud permanently hovering over them. They dwell on their failures, complain endlessly, and seem to invite misfortune into their lives through their own actions or inactions. Even if they do not intend to, these people radiate an energy that can be draining, pulling you into their personal dramas and sabotaging your own forward momentum. In the world of power, this is lethal. When you are focused on rising to the top, you cannot afford to be weighed down by the misery and self-sabotage of others. Avoiding the unhappy and unlucky doesn't mean you should be cold-hearted or unsympathetic to others' struggles. However, it does mean recognizing when someone's misfortunes are self-inflicted or when their negativity is not temporary, but a habitual way of interacting with the world. These are the people who seem to live in a perpetual state of chaos, dragging those around them into their cycle of despair. In aligning yourself with them, you risk being seen as part of that same cycle. Your reputation, opportunities, and success can be tainted by association. This law, therefore, is a reminder that you must be discerning in your relationships, prioritizing those that uplift and inspire you rather than those that drag you into the mud. One reason this law is so powerful is that it speaks to the concept of energy. The people you spend time with affect your mental and emotional energy levels. Negative people drain you. They sap your enthusiasm, hope, and creativity, leaving you emotionally exhausted. On the other hand, positive, motivated, and successful individuals tend to inspire you. Their energy is contagious in a positive way, boosting your confidence and motivating you to achieve your own goals. By consciously choosing to surround yourself with individuals who are on a similar path to success, you create an environment that nurtures your ambitions, rather than one that hinders them. The law also touches on the idea of fortune and how it can be influenced by those around you. The unlucky often seem to stumble from one disaster to the next, and while some of this may be due to external circumstances, much of it can be attributed to their own decisions and mindset. Bad decision-making, poor judgment, and a lack of responsibility often lead to repeated failures, which then become a pattern in their lives. Associating with such individuals can lead to collateral damage. You may find yourself caught up in their problems or even become a scapegoat for their failures. Their bad luck becomes your bad luck, and before you know it, you are entangled in their web of misfortune. Furthermore, unhappy and unlucky individuals often have a skewed perception of the world. They may view life as inherently unfair, success as unreachable, and setbacks as personal attacks from the universe. This worldview can be highly infectious. Spending too much time with someone who always blames external forces for their failures can make you start seeing the world through the same lens. You may begin to rationalize your own setbacks as being out of your control rather than recognizing them as opportunities for learning and growth. This kind of mindset is fatal for anyone seeking power because it strips you of the belief in your own agency and ability to shape your future. There is also a practical reason for avoiding the unhappy and unlucky. They can damage your reputation by association. In the world of power, reputation is everything, as we saw in Law 5. People will judge you based on the company you keep. If you are constantly seen with individuals who are unsuccessful, negative, or plagued by failure, others will begin to associate you with those same traits. Even if you are not directly involved in their misfortunes, people will wonder why you are so closely linked to someone who seems to attract failure. This can undermine your credibility, making it harder for you to forge strong alliances or be taken seriously by those in positions of power. This law is also about self-preservation. The more time you spend trying to help, support, or fix the unhappy and unlucky, the more your own energy and focus are diverted from your own goals. This doesn't mean you should never help others, but you must be mindful of where you invest your energy. There is a fine line between supporting someone through temporary difficulties and being dragged down by someone's perpetual state of unhappiness. You must protect your own mental and emotional resources, using them to build your own power and success rather than being siphoned off by those who cannot escape their own misery. Another critical aspect of this law is understanding that some people are simply addicted to their own unhappiness or failure. They may not consciously realize it, but they have become so accustomed to their role as the victim or the unlucky one that they are unwilling or unable to change. These individuals thrive on the attention and sympathy that their misfortunes bring, and they may even sabotage their own success to maintain this identity. Associating with such people is not only draining, but it can also pull you into a cycle of dysfunction that is incredibly difficult to escape. Lastly, this law is about cultivating an environment that fosters growth, success, and positivity. Just as you avoid the unhappy and unlucky, you should actively seek out those who are optimistic, successful, and driven. These are the people who will challenge you to grow, inspire you to push past your limits, and elevate your own ambitions. Surrounding yourself with winners creates a kind of success-oriented bubble where achievement and progress are the norm. This is the environment where power flourishes, because you are constantly feeding off the energy of those who are on a similar upward trajectory. In essence, Law 10, avoid the unhappy and unlucky, is about protecting your energy, reputation, and trajectory. While it may seem harsh, it is a necessary strategy for anyone seeking power. The people around you are either pulling you up or dragging you down. By avoiding those who are trapped in cycles of negativity and failure, you ensure that your path remains clear, focused, and free from unnecessary setbacks. This law teaches you to be discerning, to protect your own progress, and to surround yourself with individuals who elevate rather than deplete you.